Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a coffee rant chat. We're going to sit around, chat a little bit. Got Frank here with me. Frank the Bald Eagle, our Patriot Bald Eagle. Happy after Christmas, guys. First of all, Jess is feeling a little better. Kind of comes and goes. She's feeling much better today. Wanted to kind of go over some different things. First, I want to show one of the cool Christmas presents Jessica got me here. The U.S. Constitution and Other Writings. This book is full of different things that past presidents have written. Just the Louisiana Purchase Treaty, Frederick Douglass's speech, the Homestead Act, inaugural speeches by, or the second inaugural speech by Abraham Lincoln. Just this book is just a plethora of information. I love this. This is fantastic. Lots of different things here. The back here, original 13 colonies. It kind of says it all. I haven't really dug into it too much. I've read a little bit, but wanted to show that there as that is too cool. Very excited to kind of dive into this. Christmas was great, guys. We had a wonderful Christmas. Thank you all to all of your wonderful, heartfelt comments. Jessica was overwhelmed with joy. As everybody in their thoughts and prayers, she really pushed through yesterday. She really did. You could tell she wasn't, 100%, but she was definitely much better. I think the Christmas spirit helped her out some. Wanted to show another cool gift here. As most of you know, I am a Superman fan. Jessica, as we've talked about, doesn't necessarily watch the videos that we do, but she happened to see this one right here when we went to Walmart and I was showing the gold label collection of Superman, and she kind of hid that away, especially with the new Superman movie coming out. I am back in the Superman mood, and one thing my mom got me, I just can't believe it. Look at this. A signed autograph Christopher Reeve Superman. The all-time best Superman, if you ask me. I did really like Henry Cavill. I pretty much like all the reiterations of Superman and what they bring. But I'll tell you what a great Christmas. Jessica had some things to do. We were going to kind of show off some of the things that we got each other for Christmas. Most of you probably know I have literally done videos on different things. And it kind of, now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't show anything, right? I kind of pan over stuff sometimes, and you guys will always say, like, oh, Jess will like this, Jess will like that. Well, some of those things you guys got correctly, and chances are she probably knew as well. So, very sneaky she is. So, Christmas, like I said, we had a great time. Wasn't able to get anything out this morning, but I wanted to do a video today showing appreciation for all the comments and Christmas wishes and everything. I tried to read as many as I could. Yeah, I know we talked about the post office a little bit. Yeah, we got another big batch. We're about to mail out a huge batch of Christmas cards. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, it should be arriving hopefully soon. Hopefully now that Christmas is over, the post office can get back on track. As, they've been really busy. We were receiving cards that were sent out like a month ago from just a few days ago. So, we'll see what happens with that. But guys, we do have some things we have to go over. And I wasn't going to go over these on Christmas, but I was kind of reading about them last night. And these are some things I think we need to talk about because I know we have a lot of people that shop at Costco. Well, we have, now this was a recall from a little while ago, but it has reached that pretty high risk. Okay, high risk. So I'm just going to talk about a couple of these. There's also a pet food recall that we need to go over as well. You always hope that these things will become less and less, but they seem to just keep growing, and I'm going to try and go over this lightly. So USA Today, and it's everywhere. There's multiple sites that talk about this, but USA Today is the one we're reading from. And this is, in quote of the FDA, they say Costco eggs recalled over salmonella fears now classified as highest risk level. Now these are I believe they're the 25 or 24 count eggs that Costco sells. And let's see, their key points in this article are the recall affects 10,800 cartons of eggs with a Julian code of 327 and a use-by date of January 5th, 2025. That's another reason why we're wanting to get this out here, because these extend out about a little over a week from today. So we want to make sure we're talking about these. The eggs were sold in 25 Costco stores across Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Consumers are advised to return the recalled eggs to Costco for a full refund or discard them. I like that they actually say get your money back first, right? Don't get your money back. Always get your money back. They go on to say here, the Food and Drug Administration has classified a recall of eggs sold at Costco caused by potential salmonella contamination as the highest risk level of infection. The voluntary recall last month was 10,800 cartons of Handsome Brook Farms eggs sold under the Kirkland Signature organic pasture-raised label. The FDA defines a Class 1 recall as there being, quote, a reasonable probability, end quote, that a recalled product, quote, will cause serious adverse health consequences or death, end quote. Quote, the recall was initiated after the company determined that eggs not intended for retail distribution were instead packaged and distributed in retail packaging, end quote. Handsome Brook Farm said in a recall statement. No illnesses were reported as of the November 27th recall initiation. So it's been about a month since this came out, but now it's more of a risk now, and I think we're seeing higher classifications on these things because, there's a higher probability of there being something wrong. So, okay, so goes on, what eggs were recalled? It is the Kirkland Signature. You can see here, this is what they look like. Right there's the label. Kirkland Organic Eggs, pasture raised, 24 count, grade A. The recall was initiated for 24 count packages of Kirkland Signature Organic Pasture Raised with a UPC code of 966-191-0680. The recall announcement states that the recall is only for cartons marked with Julian code 327, which is the code right before the expiration date. So that'll be the 3-number code right before the expiration date, as you can kind of hopefully see that there. They got it circled right here. There's the Julian code with the expiration date far to your right. And we went over the states: Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. And another reason, they go on to talk about what's salmonella. We've talked about that a million times over the last couple months. Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria, mislabeled products, different allergens. I mean, it just keeps happening as to where, if it's something, I try to cover what I can, right? We're trying to do a lot of different things. We're trying to find the best deals while we can during the holidays. I did go to Kroger today. There's some pretty decent sales, pretty good sales. I won't spoil anything, but there's some pretty good deals going on at Kroger. Lots of maybe New Year snacky type things that you might be interested in cooking for your New Year, however you celebrate, New Year snacks or whatever. We try to go over a lot of those. But the one thing that everybody is noticing is the eggs. The eggs are getting overly crazy expensive again. And this next thing that we're going to discuss has to do a little bit with this. I know there's been a lot of talks over the avian flu, right? Better known as the bird flu. Now, as to where this seems like it's, I don't know. I know that, I've always heard that, farmers and stuff, whenever it's not like it's something new. It was something that would sporadically pop up every now and then. And then you would have like a section of chickens or something that you would have to call. But all the other ones would be fine. Nowadays, we're hearing where it's like, entire like things, entire cages and cages and cages of chickens have been called, when it's like Do all of them have it? Like, they're never really clear on that. Never really clear on that one. Take a little sip of this coffee. Wasn't really a proper introduction to a coffee rant. I wanted to talk a little bit of Christmas. I wanted to say that Jessica's fine. She's feeling better. And feeling a lot better, actually. And, wanted to kind of start the video off light. Day after Christmas, had a great day yesterday. I actually did no video yesterday. I didn't. I was actually no filming, no nothing. I was like, you know what? We'll put out a video today just to know that we had one out to stick to the true daily vlogs. But I had this information I want to talk about, especially with the pet food, guys. I even felt yesterday, it was like, even though it was Christmas, I was like, we got to get this information out here. We do, because you could be buying this pet food right now, or, even though the eggs that have been probably wiped off the shelves, there's a good chance they could still be in your refrigerator. So make sure you go over, make sure you check. I tell you, it looks like the big one is that Julian code of 327 in any of the states that we mentioned. And they were sold to 25 different stores within those states. So make sure you pay attention to that. I know we have a lot of viewers that shop at Costco. But yeah, Frank is out back in full force. He was whispering in my ear, "Don't do this on Christmas, Dan. But make sure you let everybody know tomorrow." So that is what we're doing today. Thanks, Frank. I was going to go out and do like a walk and talk with all this, but I wanted to make sure we were getting the exact right information. I didn't want to just say there was a recall on eggs and a recall on this pet food. I want to make sure that we get the information out here. That way, if you have it in your home, you can get rid of it as fast as possible. Okay, so this one is also from USA Today. And I hit the wrong one. Hold on a second. Where's the pet food? It was on USA Today. Yeah, trying to get used to this tablet here. It's, There we go. There we go. Yep, this is the one I was reading. It's the one that got my attention. Anytime you see death in the opening part, it's something to be concerned about. So here we go with USA Today, and they're talking about, and this is all over the news too, and a couple of you guys had mentioned these in the comments too. So cat food, this is from USA Today, cat food recalled after death linked to bird flu contamination. Northwest Naturals is recalling a line of its pet food as a cat died from a batch of food contaminated with bird flu. Batches with Best By dates between May 21st, 2026 and June 23rd, 2026 should be tossed. That is a long shelf life. That is very long. Let's read on here. A brand of cat food is recalling a line of raw and frozen chow after authorities linked the death of a cat to a batch of feed contaminated with bird flu on Tuesday. Northwest Naturals is telling people to toss 2-pound bags of the company's feline turkey recipe that has a Best By date between May 21st and June 23rd, 2026. The bags tested positive for virulent bird flu. The company is warning. Get your money back. Get your money back. I do not like how they say toss it away. Not before taking a photograph. Save your receipts, guys. These days, I have so how I've been doing this, I have like a folder, right, that I'm literally saving all my receipts in. Everything from Kroger, Meijer, Sam's Club, anything I buy. And really I've just kind of been focusing on food, but really you should save your receipts for everything these days because there's just so many. There's so many recalls. It's ridiculous. And I have read this article. I read several articles on this, but they do talk about getting your money back later. But I don't like it. It seemed very abrupt. I might have said it in a way, but it's like that's what they want you to do. They want you to toss it away. They don't want to give you your money back. They don't want to do that. You kidding? Okay. The recall comes after the Oregon Department of Agriculture linked the death of a house cat in Washington County to eating the Northwest Naturals chow Tuesday. The pet's death also comes as concerns over the bird flu has grown. Dozens of people have been infected around the country. California has declared a state of emergency, and the spread among livestock has begun impacting the food supply. I like how they added all that in there. And please feel free to do your research on this. I have researched outside of this, and there are a lot of mixed reviews on what is really going on here. I'm not going to go into any of that. Let us know your thoughts down below. If this continues to grow and get worse, and back to the eggs, we're seeing eggs nearly double in price. Nearly double. Some triple, some, it's crazy. Been getting a lot of comments on that lately. $5.89 for an 18 count at Kroger right now, and $3.99 for a 12 count is absolutely insane. And I do believe that has a lot to do with the bird flu, the avian flu, whatever you like to call it. But I don't know. When you start reading around and you start doing the research, that's why I was talking about how things used to be done when they would find the different flu in birds or chickens or, whatever, how that was done and how they took care of that without, destroying entire colonies of chickens. To say that in the lightest way possible. There really is no way to sugarcoat that, but anyway, quote, "We are confident that this cat contracted the H5N1 by eating the Northwest Naturals raw and frozen pet food," said ODA, end quote, said ODA State Veterinarian Dr. Ryan Schultz. Now, we should know that, right? Because you just said earlier in this article that they've tested bags, right? And they were positive. So you should know for a fact without having to say all that, correct? I don't know. I'm just the messenger, guys. But wanted to get this out here because a lot of our viewers have pets. And you definitely don't want to be buying. I wouldn't be buying any of it. I wouldn't be buying any of it. Whatever. You found this in this product, okay, don't buy it. Right? And the scary thing is that the date, how far out that this actually is. How long has it been being sold? Maybe we'll find answers. I don't think so. Not today. As we know, these things tend to grow constantly. That's why we always say, even if you have something in your fridge, you hear something, maybe even if it's not your state, or if it's a different product from the same company, you might want to be careful. Err on the side of caution, and wait for more of this information. Make sure you're checking these things out online as they come in. Okay, quote, "This cat was strictly an indoor cat. It was not exposed to the virus in its environment, and results from the genome sequencing confirmed that the virus recovered from the raw pet food and infected cat were exact matches to each other," end quote. The cat's death, Oregon officials say, is a reminder that eating raw meat or feeding it to pets can lead to severe illness. The product is sold nationwide, according to Oregon authorities, through distributors in the following states: Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Washington. It is also sold in British Columbia, Canada. Customers can contact the store where they bought the pet food for a refund. This is where they were going in. Yeah, contact the store, right? Contact the store. Hopefully they give you a refund. Hold on to your receipts, guys. Hold on to your receipts. And that is what Northwest Naturals had said. And that is it for this article. And, I always keep an eye on this stuff, guys. I know we don't get to coffee rants all the time. I try to break it up. I'm not, we try to get out the information as it comes, especially ones that we get, things that we've heard a lot of you guys talk about on the channel here. We'll make sure we're getting that information out just in case you haven't heard, right? You're not finding this on the main TV news, right? I'm not. Have you guys seen the pet cat food recall here on the news? Do you see? The only thing I see on the news is, egg prices are going through the roof. What's going on? What's the reason for the egg prices? I didn't see Costco have a commercial or something on the news say that all their eggs were recalled, and this was a month ago. That's why we always say, guys, these things, they have the tendency to get bigger, and we need to pay attention to these things as we go along. Now, for the remainder of this coffee rant, let me say that we have had, again, a great couple days. It was very nice to take yesterday off completely. I was off completely, even though we didn't miss a video, as this video will be coming out tonight for you guys. But it felt great, and I was not stressed. I did not feel stressed to have to do a video on Christmas to have out here for today. I was already set. I was like, you know what? Jess isn't feeling 100%. I'm going to enjoy myself. We had Jessica's sister and the kids over last night. We did the taco Christmas, and it was awesome. It was successful. We got way too much taco stuff left over, but we're probably going to have that for tonight too. So absolutely delicious. Jessica can really nail it on the tacos. I'm going to edit this video right here, and I'm going to dig into this book. And I might bring up some of this stuff in a future coffee rant. This is very interesting. And I like how it doesn't go on and on about one subject. It breaks it up into like several different articles, like key points and stuff, which I think is cool. And it just looks great. It's got that nice book. I never have a bookmarker, guys. I always use like a piece of paper or an old piece of mail, but it's got that nice little bookmarker in it. It's got that kind of the gold trim. It just looks fancy. It's nice. It's inviting. I like books that are inviting, because it's like you want to pick it up and read it, right? Absolutely cool. And so many cool things. Jessica also got me some different like fun socks. Most of you know the story. If you know, that was part of how I had proposed to Jessica. She said to me one time, I'll go ahead and talk about it. I know most of you probably know, but Jessica, Christmas before I had proposed or anything to Jessica, she asked me what I want for Christmas, and I said, socks. I can always use some good socks. And she actually got me some, because she said to me, oh, that's kind of a present that a wife gets a husband. We were just dating at the time. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And then, so year goes by, maybe a little after, because we've been seeing each other for a couple of years. And a year goes by, and I proposed to Jess. And when I got down and I showed her the ring, I said, will you buy socks for me? So that was kind of the whole proposal thing. And she's been buying me socks every year, but she doesn't give me, now she just gets me kind of like style socks, like different. She got me, I didn't bring them in here, but they're the Haunted Mansion wallpaper. If ever you've ridden the Haunted Mansion, it's like the purple wallpaper. So they're like the purple Haunted Mansion socks. They're hilarious. Plus like Darth Vader socks, and just fun like socks to wear on the holidays or birthdays or around the house. They're actually really comfortable. But guys, yeah, I had to get this information out here. I tried to mix this from a coffee rant into chatting with you guys about how Christmas was and everything. And me and Jess have some other things planned too. She will definitely be, I know everybody, me too. I want Jess to be in more videos too, but she does work her other job, so she does have to do that as well. But guys, merry after Christmas party here. And yeah, I guess next, we're going to be looking for the good deals, as we go through stores. I'm also going to do some other videos, some entertaining videos. I really like doing those, guys. I like going around different places, kind of chatting with you guys some and kind of showing some things off in Cincinnati. I plan on doing more and more of those because it's fun. It's fun, and it's a little change of pace, and it's a good way that we can still connect and keep in touch with other things going on. My life, your lives. I love everything you guys comment. I will give one little spoiler just to, because I'm not sure how long the sale's going to last. Sales at stores right now are a little jumbled because of Christmas and New Year's being in the middle of the week. It has changed like some sales things, but Kroger right now, at least our Kroger here in Cincinnati, has the Kroger corn, the Kroger green beans, and the French style green beans. I didn't see any peas, but they are 44 cents a can. 44 cents a can. I know a lot of you guys out there like the Kroger vegetables. Me too. 44 cents a can. You can, I mean, I know Meijer had theirs for 39 cents a can. That sale was over, though. So just wanted to throw that little snippet out there. You know, in case you're going to Kroger tonight and you just watch this video, know that there are 44-cent canned vegetables floating around out there. They still have the dollar frozen vegetables, which I would, in my opinion, they're way better, and they're $1 right now. And you're getting the 12-ounce bags and not the 10-ounce. I try to stress that because a lot of them have shrinkflated to 10 ounces. Kroger still sells 12-ounce bags, and they're $1 a piece, and my fridge is full of them. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.